They're three kids trying to make it in the big city, but they'll be lucky to survive their first night. An all-new Tribeca, Tuesday on Fox.
Here's his old address book, and these are some pictures from the last big birthday party that we threw for Neil, his bar mitzvah. I thought it might give you some ideas.
Oh, I suppose we could have a replica of the Wailing Wall made entirely of chicken and egg salad.
This was very special. It's a sacred day in a young boy's life. It's when he takes his place as a man in our world. Boy, did I get screwed by that florist. You see that arrangement? There was supposed to be one of those on every table.
Mr. Barris, it still looks like a lovely party. But how come I don't see many pictures of Neil here?
Well, he spent a lot of that night in the emergency room. His cornea got scratched by a sequin on his Aunt Ida's gown when her breast made an unexpected left turn during the cha-cha. So, Alicia, why did you decide to throw Neil a surprise party?
Well, actually, I wanted us to take the Concorde to Paris and spend the night in a romantic, isolated farmhouse in the heart of Provence, drinking champagne, nibbling on caviar, brioche each other. But that's the day Neil's fighting his jaywalking ticket. So then I figured, why not a party?
The French. Don't get me started on them either.
I just hope I can keep it a surprise.
Oh, don't worry. I won't say a word. I'm a rock. Dad. Neil, I can explain. Thanks for the coffee.
You're throwing me a surprise party, aren't you?
Of course not. Neil, this may come as a shock to you, but I'm going to be your new stepmother.
I don't want a party.
Oh, come on, Neil. I give great birthday parties. I once threw one for my mom on a yacht off the coast of Capri that lasted for 6 days. Truman Capote wanted to turn the whole thing into a novel, but he fell overboard chasing a rolling bottle of creme de menthe.
I just don't want to spend my birthday with a bunch of trendy, cutting-edge, beautiful people who will spend hours raging against the commercialization of art and then offer to paint our bathroom for $50.
Neil, it's not going to be just cutting-edge, beautiful people. I'm inviting your friends, too.
My friends? If you met my friends, you'd dump me. Then I'd end up spending most of my time on the phone saying things like, "Hi, Debbie, you don't know me, but my Aunt Estelle and your mother once shared a semi-private room at Lenox Hill Hospital."
Neil, come on, you're exaggerating, and I really want to do this. It's about time I met some of your friends. I mean, do you really have a problem with me meeting, say, this guy, Artie Kaplan?
Artie went bald when he was 16, and it actually made him look better.
Yeah, that's hey, Neil, I get the picture. No party.
A toast! Come on, everybody, a toast. Here's to Neil. And a toast to Neil's beautiful girlfriend, Alicia. Now, I've got to say, Neil, you've come a long way from your high school sweetheart. Mrs. Palmer.
By the way, have I thanked you for this?
At least he's back to calling you bearish instead of bare-ass.
Happy birthday, Bear-ass.
Gee, thanks a lot, Steve. You know, I'm really glad that you beat Jay to the toast, because he really would have embarrassed me. So are you impressed yet? Because if you're not, we can go straight to the yearbook picture of me that reads, "Student store manager Neil Barish eagerly breaks open a new pack of 3-ring binders."
Neil, nothing your friends say will ever change the way I feel about you.
Hey, happy birthday, Neil.
Wow, thanks, Artie. Are you leaving?
No, I'm having a great time. Thanks for inviting me, Alice.
Alicia.
Why are you looking at my hair, Neil?
Because it looks like you have a lot more than when you came in.
The nozzle jammed when I was trying to even my sidewards, okay?
Nice group of friends, Neil. If a meteor hit this loft, I guess Neil Diamond would have to retire. Yeah, I've been talking to your friend Mindy.
Mindy Schwartz? Oh, my God. Mindy had the biggest crush on me in high school. She used to call my house all the time. She used to write little love notes on Snoopy paper and put them in my locker. And she once let me use her gym suit as a tourniquet after I asked Tony Rizzo, how come you're the only guy in shop class who's making a crib? she was so sweet. Where is she?
She's in my room, calling all her friends to tell them she just lost her virginity.
You guys should have a lot to talk about. Michael, you work in your uncle's dress business, and Rodent here is one counseling session away from becoming a woman.
Neil, I thought on some level you wanted this party, but I guess you're really not having a good time, are you?
No, I'm having a great time. I'm just sorry you didn't invite my Aunt Rita, so she could be here to remind me that she can always remember when my birthday is because it's the same day they executed the Rosenbergs.
I'm sorry, but it's not like I didn't try to make this work. I mean, I thought everybody would enjoy Felipe's African percussion piece. And they might have, you know, if it hadn't been drowned out by your friend Sharon bragging about how she and Eugene were the only ones who managed to get down here without paying any tolls.
Oh, let me guess who that is. That's probably the guidance counselor who said he'd give me a good recommendation for Cornell if I'd come in on a Sunday and help him make a pecan alligator in the home ec room.
I'm sorry, wrong apartment.
No, this is Neil's party. I've had to do this all evening.
Hi, Neil, it's me, Gerald.
Hey, Gerald, how are you?
I brought potato chips. I knew they wouldn't be good ones here. My father's company doesn't stock this neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Alicia.
Do you have a really big bowl?
In the kitchen.
Wow, I haven't seen Gerald for a really long time. Look, he may come off sometimes as a little strange and sort of in his own world.
But he really isn't.
No, he really is. Kind of best friends from kindergarten through most of high school. I know you're probably wondering how he and I could have ever been friends.
No, not really.
The chips you had in here were barbecue. These are sour cream and onion. I had to wash the bowl.
Okay. Thanks.
So, Gerald, I take it you're still delivering potato chips for your father?
Not just chips, pretzels, too. And for heart patients, we make a mock peanut.
You know, Gerald, I'm really happy to meet one of Neil's oldest friends.
Neil, I bought you a present. I'm sorry it's not wrapped, but there was a wedding on the Young and the Restless, and my mom didn't have time.
1977 Redding Jackson baseball card.
Come on, Neil. At least pretend you like it.
Incredible! This is from the first year he was a Yankee.
And they took the picture when he was still with Oakland, so they had to airbrush the Yankee logo on the batting helmet.
Neil, you have the most fascinating friends. One of them just got sick in the bathroom, and he asked me to hold his head.
Which one?
Artie.
I had already got mugged a few months ago, and they used his head to graffiti the D train.
He's funny.
I know, Neil. Well, Gerald, you really made Neil's whole evening.
Neil, you remember the Yankee Red Sox doubleheader we went to? Wasn't Reggie great? 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, and between games we saw him sneak over to the monument to take a leak behind Miller Huggins.
I forget that was the day we met him, remember? We waited in the parking lot for over an hour until he finally came out. I'll never forget what he said to me. Hey, kid, move that orange cone. I gotta back out.
Then we went to Sung Chow's, talked for hours about what a great guy he was, and we figured out he probably made more per hour than the guy that owned Hartsdale Cadillac.
Sun Chow's was this Chinese restaurant in our neighborhood where we used to hang out.
You remember what we used to do there?
What did you used to do there?
Oh, we just used to go in and ask if they had hooflung dung.
Yeah, they hated us there. We should go back sometime.
That sounds like fun.
Well, why don't we go now?
You want to go to Sung Chow's now with us?
Well, why not? Neil, it's your birthday. I want you to do something that's going to make you happy.
Gee, I don't know. I mean, I feel a little awkward leaving in the middle of my own party.
Hey, everybody, why don't we split the room in half and play Stratego?
I'll drive.
You're wrong, Neil.
Look, there is no way I could be wrong. How could you even question me about something like this?
Because you're wrong.
I'm telling you, look, the number 6 combination plate always came with an egg roll.
You're high. Number 6. Spare ribs, wonton soup, shrimp and lobster sauce, no egg roll.
Okay, I'm high because you just described the number 7.
Neil, why don't you just take my egg roll?
What? No, I don't really want an egg roll. That's not really the point. I mean, the point is that I want this idiot to admit that he's wrong.
Well, I never will.
Well, that settles that. Now we can get back to the discussion of whether Karen Bernstein stuffed her bra.
I'm sorry. I know Gerald and I get a little carried away sometimes. The waiter. Okay, let's just ask the waiter, because that's the same guy you always waited on.
Okay, let me. Chew! Chew! Yes. Oh, no, I was just sneezing.
That never gets old.
You need to know, though, the number 6 combination plate.
No, it never came with any egg roll. And we don't serve hooflangdam.
He always hated us.
Maybe we should tip him this time.
Wow, all these memories you guys have. Is there MSG in this food?
You know what? I think we did tip him once, so don't you remember we had a little extra money after we couldn't get into Bolero because they wouldn't believe that we were soldiers on leave from Fort Dix?
And we ended up at the Dollar Theater watching Octopussy, the last great film ever made.
That is not even the greatest Bond movie ever made. That is not even the greatest Bond movie with Roger Moore ever made.
Roger Moore!
Neil, before we dive into this debate, is there any water?
Oh, yeah, I'll go get it.
So, you're a big James Bond fan. You know, I was over in Italy once when they were making one of those Bond movies. I kind of accidentally messed up a high-speed motorboat chase through the Venice canals when the lead driver jumped out of his boat to get me a lemon peel for my espresso.
Which movie was that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Hey, look, Neil's back with the water.
Neil, condom.
Yeah, you remember?
What? What?
It's nothing. It's just this story. I don't tell her, Joe.
No, you tell it. You tell it funny.
All right, when we were like 14, okay, we decided, Gerald and I and this guy, Gary Elias, to go buy some condoms. I mean, don't ask me why, you know, just in case. I mean, our plans for that night were like 36 holes of miniature golf and a French fry fight. So we go down to Becker's drugstore, right? And Gerald and I are already terrified. And we get there and there's a girl behind the counter. And so Gerald and I, we're ready to leave. But Gary, he blurts out, "We want condoms." And so the girl says, "Okay, what kind?" And he says, "I don't know, I guess a boy's large." Well, I guess you had to be there.
No. This was close enough. You know, this new gallery we're going to used to be a feminist bookstore owned by Paul Lynde. What? What's so funny?
Oh, nothing.
No, come on.
Oh, no, I was just remembering something funny that Gerald said the other day at lunch. You know, we're sitting around the table, right? And this really little guy comes out of the kitchen and Gerald says, "Look, Neil, a short order cook." I know that's really stupid. It just struck me as funny.
Yeah, okay, Neil.
Hello? Oh, hi, Gerald. What? Yeah, I know, I just told it to her. You know, she got it. She's just not really a laugher. You're kidding. Oh, God, if it was any other night. I know. Well, let me see what I can do. Yeah, bye. Shut up. Shut up.
Who is that?
Oh, Gerald. He got 2 tickets to a sports memorabilia convention for tonight. But I told him I was going to the exhibit with you. Even though tonight's the only night Reggie Jackson's going to be there. You do remember who Reggie Jackson is, don't you?
3 home runs, Game 6, 1977 World Series. Most recent inductee into the Hall of Fame. Once bought a fur coat from your Uncle Sid.
You know what a big deal this is.
Uh-huh.
But I told him I'm going to the exhibit with Alicia, and there was no talking me out of it.
Yeah, get my zipper.
And I don't want you to think for 1 minute about the fact that I'm giving up a once-in-a-lifetime chance to have my card signed by my boyhood idol. You know, Mr. October. The straw that stirs the drink. Reggie.
You promised to go with me. And frankly, I don't see the big deal about getting some guy to scribble his name on a little card just so you and Gerald can spend the next few hours imagining just how good your Little League team would have been if Reggie had coached it instead of the guy with the chewed nose who owned the Liquor King.
I don't expect you to understand, that's guy stuff.
Neil, condom.
Well, you see? You've been talking to Gerald, right?
No, I need a condom.
Oh.
Mindy's waiting.
Mindy Schwartz, she's here again?
She never left.
Look, Alicia, I don't expect you to understand. It's guy stuff. I mean, it's just part of us. What we talk about, what we're interested in, it's very important stuff.
Oh, right. Like the other night when you two guys drank beer while watching a spaghetti western and argued for an hour over whether the deaf-mute Indian girl went on to do those commercials for Mazzola.
That may not be the best example.
Oh, well, would a better example be the screaming fight over the phone about why Captain Kirk never left command of the Enterprise to Lieutenant Uhura?
Well, technically, yes. Look, you know what I think is going on here? I think you're feeling a little left out.
Why? Because I don't laugh uproariously whenever Gerald says, Neil, testicle.
Look, I don't expect you to understand. It's just a part of my relationship with Gerald that you're never going to understand.
Look, fine, Neil. You can either come with me to the biggest cultural event that's happening in New York this week, or you can go to your little baseball show with a guy who told me his favorite food in the whole world was sweet tarts. It's your choice.
And the crowd's going wild here at Yankee Stadium. Game 6 of the World Series. What a night's been for Reggie. 2 home runs and he's coming up again. So, Jay, what do you think is on his mind right now?
Well, Neil, knowing Reggie like I do, it's probably that blonde in the mayor's box.
If you're going to screw around, we might as well stop right now.
Now you're my mother?
There's the first pitch by Huff. Reggie swings, and it's a long fly ball to deep right field. It's going, gone. Kiss this one goodbye.
Send that ball back to Haiti.
Go to war, Miss Agnes.
Elvis has left the building.
Okay. Time's up, you idiots. Boy, failing that high school equivalency is gonna haunt me forever. It's yours.
See, Neil, isn't this great? I bet you're not even thinking about Alicia now.
You know what? As amazing as she is, she'll just never be able to appreciate how great this kind of stuff is.
Okay, what do you want to do now? We can either go down to the Golfatron, or there's a rare home movie of Joe Frazier cooking chili.
Why don't you go get online for Reggie, and I should probably give Alicia a call. Okay, fine. We'll both get in line for Reggie. I haven't done anything like this for so long. This is so great. I can't believe we fell out of touch.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should go to opening day.
I'm there.
Okay, give me your all-time favorite Yankee lineup.
Well, first, I would definitely put Gehrig. Second, I would have to say Richardson. I know there's other choices, but I love the guy. Rizzuto at short.
Excuse me. I'm trying to buy a Celtics jersey for my brother. He's about your height. What size do you wear?
Oh, he's a boy's large. Shut up. Stop.
Well, I think I could try one on for you, if you like.
Would you? That's really sweet.
You think? So, do you come to these shows a lot?
Oh, no, I can't stand these things, but my brother's really into this crap.
So's my friend. See, I kind of got talked into coming. So, let's go.
Okay.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? I thought we were going to go do other stuff.
Neil, it's a girl.
Hey, what about Richard Jackson?
Neil, grow up. I'll call you later. Just go.
Attention, sports fans. Due to a missed connection at O'Hare Airport, Reggie Jackson will not be appearing tonight. However, in his place, we're equally proud to have with us the 8th winningest harness racing jockey in the history of Yonkers Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, meet, touch, and talk to George Pinky Carnasucci.
Alicia, are you here?
Roberto, you're early. Could have happened, Neil. He was 6'2", he had a Porsche, but I guess he just didn't laugh hard enough when I told him the who flung dung joke.
You know what's funny? I know I wanted to go to that convention and everything with Gerald, but when I got there, I really wasn't as excited as I thought I would be, and I realized I must have just outgrown that kind of thing.
Really? Did you tell Gerald how you felt?
Yeah, I did. He took it pretty hard. So, we got into an argument, and I couldn't make him understand why I would so much rather be here with you. Eventually, I just took off.
Neil, Gerald called. He left a message. Sorry I left you standing there, but it was worth it. I've got her bra on my head right now.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. Take me back.
Neil, you don't really have to apologize.
I don't?
Uh-uh. I mean, it was wrong of me to expect you to give up things that you really want to do.
You don't have to be so hard on yourself.
No, I mean, you're a guy, and I know that you need guy friends and that sometimes you'd rather be off doing guy stuff.
Not really. You know, too much guy stuff leads to war. Look, how much longer are you going to keep this up? I'm about to black out.
I don't know. I guess I just want to be sure that you want to be here. I mean, how do I know you wouldn't rather be off having a malted with Gerald?
Right now, that's not even fourth on my list. I'm sorry this whole thing happened. I'm sorry I didn't go there to the art opening. I'm sorry the first time I saw Mindy Schwartz naked was on top of Jordan. I'm sorry I got carried away with Gerald and all that.
Neil.
I'm sorry that I made you feel left out and jealous. I'm sorry that I just said jealous. Just in a relationship, one person...
Neil. Condom.
Tuesday, there are 3 kids trying to make it in the big city, but they'll be lucky if they survive their first night on an all-new Tribeca following Class of '96 Tuesday. Now, stay tuned for The Edge next.